Hey guys, it's John O'Toc here, just giving you a quick video on the nutrition, where to start and why you should be doing certain things, so it's really easy to do and as smooth as possible for you to start implementing it. Nutrition is something that a lot of people don't do. Unfortunately, they think that just doing 2 or 3 hours of the fitness camp sessions will get them in great shape. I wish it did, but it doesn't. The fact is it's very hard to out-train a bad diet. It's not just about fat loss, though, it's about energy as well. If you're eating really bad stuff, it's literally like having the brakes on. It's going to make you sick, it's going to make you fat, it's going to make you tired. You're just going to feel pretty crappy. And unfortunately, a lot of people accept that. It's just the way I am. This is how I feel. They don't actually realise just how bad they feel because it's become normal. So the whole point of the nutrition is just to give you really easy steps to follow. I should say simple steps. It can be a little hard at first just because you're so used to doing certain things. But the hard bit is not the nutrition, it's not the eating the food, it's just getting your mind in the right place that you're going to change certain habits and start doing things differently. But it can just take a matter of 2 or 3 days and you start feeling a lot better already. So what you're going to do is if you start on the bit that says read first, funnily enough, this document tells you a little bit about just the 2 levels. And it's really simple in that the first level is about cleaning up your diet, releasing the brakes so that you're not permanently feeling like you're on the floor. You're kind of depressed, you've got a foggy brain, you don't have the energy to exercise. It's about lifting that cloud. And then level 2 goes into the wave where we bring in intermittent fasting. This has become something of a new thing. I've been doing it for sort of 3, 4, 5 years now. It's not a new thing, it's just getting into the public eye now. It does work really, really well for health and fat loss. Okay, so level 1 is just about the foundations. It's about eliminating crap, drinking more water, eating the right foods, not eating carbohydrates all the time. We've become a very sugar-focused society, and we're actually now looking to bring in more fat, kind of replacing a lot of those carbs with good fats, which are good for so many things. Getting breakfast in and planned cheating. We're not trying to be restrictive. We're not saying you've got to be perfect, you've got to just eat rabbit food all the time. It's not like that at all, and that's a common misconception. So it's just about getting plans in place. You can say, right, say Friday night I'm going to have my cheat meal. The rest of the days, this is what I'm going to eat, so you're prepared, and it's that simple. You just follow your own plan. And it's about consistency. There's no point doing it. I'll do right Monday eat healthily, and then Tuesday I don't. Then Monday I do. Then Thursday I don't. You're still going to feel pretty bad in yourself, and you're not going to lose body fat. Okay, so that's really all there is to level 1. It's not that complicated. You've got a shopping list there, which I'll cover in a second, and you've just got to make sure you're eating the right foods. So again, if you have the plan, this is what I'm going to eat each day, go to the shop, buy what you need, and you're ready to go. So you don't have to be reacting all the time, and that's where food becomes stressful. When you kind of want to eat healthy, but when you get to something like, oh, I haven't got time, I'm just going to run to the roll bar or the sandwich shop or whatever it is, and you grab whatever's closest. Okay, that's when it's stressful because you know you shouldn't be eating it, but you haven't got time to sort it out. And it's just a matter of, say, 10 minutes preparation a day, and you're rocking. Okay, so level 1, there we go, just a bit more on how to eat when you're eating out. I know a lot of you guys eat out with clients and friends on business, and you've got to try and stick to things as much as you can. Again, it's not that difficult to do. There's a lot of restaurants out there now which do healthy eating, and you can even use Dees Nerf as one of our local lifestyle partners. If you're on an annual membership, you can actually get 10% discount there whenever you eat, and they'll do pretty much anything for you if you ask, and obviously they've got set things which are really healthy anyway. So that's level 1, and then level 2 moves on to the intermittent fasting and explains why it's a really good thing to drop body fat and also improve your health and your energy. So I'm not going to go into it now, but that's just there for you to read so you understand the basics. Okay, so you see there's not really that much there. You can get through that, you can read through that in 10 minutes. Once you've done that, if you come back to the home page, if my computer's going to load up, I'm going to go to the home page. You've got your shopping list here. Okay, so really simple stuff. It's all about choosing food groups. So, you might look at some of these and go, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's fine. You choose what you do like. Choose what you like, highlight it, go to the supermarket and buy what you need. And for me, this is the key thing. This is what really helps me stay on track, the herbs and spices, because there's just so much you can do. You can make the same meal taste completely different, like 7 days in a row if you wanted to. Okay, so making things like your own curries, like a bit of coconut milk, chucking in whatever herbs and spices you like. If you like it really hot, go for the hotter ones. If you don't, you can use the more mild ones. Play around with it. Again, it's not time consuming. You chuck a bit of chicken in, chuck your coconut milk in, your herbs, stir fry it, and you're done. Okay, really not that tough. And obviously your key supplements here. And as you can see, we don't recommend a massive amount of supplements. It's just key things which get your energy levels up, reduce inflammation in your body, help burn body fat, and help recovery in the sessions. Okay, so that's your shopping list. Print that out and you can use it whenever you go to the supermarket. You see we've just got sort of lists of food. So you'll see, if I just go back to that a second, you will have seen list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4, list 5. That ties in, makes it really simple for you to follow these flow diagrams. So these are done for you to just follow, stick it on your fridge and follow it easily. So we get up in the morning, did you make your lunch last night? If you did, that green arrow, then great. Have a wash, get dressed, have your breakfast and go to work. It wasn't that hard. So you can make your dinner, when you make your dinner, you make your lunch, put it in a box and you're ready to go. Okay, if you didn't, then you can either make it now or sort your plan out tonight. So tonight you're going to say, right, I'll double up everything and be ready for tomorrow's lunch. So when it comes to breakfast, you're literally just going to pick a food from list 1. Generally for breakfast it's going to be things like eggs. Some people like fish, so that's fine. You can select your fish choice from list 1, grill it or lightly fry it. We're done. Okay, vegetables. A lot of people don't like stir-fried veggies for breakfast. I like it for a bit of a change, but you can overcome that by having your Green Life sort of really high potency multivitamin. You get your grasses in. We've now got the amazing greens in as well, which actually includes some vegetables. So you can have that as a drink in the morning, nice, quick and easy. Fats. Are you eating fatty fish or cooking in coconut milk, coconut oil? If you are, then you don't really need to add any more fats because they've got good fats in them. If you're not and you just got sort of eggs with no yolk or anything, then add a bit of almond butter or peanut butter, just get some more fats in. Okay, when it comes to the carbs, if you've just trained, in other words, if you've done the morning fitness camp, then this is the time you can have some carbs because your insulin levels are going to be up and the sugars will go into your muscles rather than being converted to body fat. So if you have just trained, you can have your post-workout shakes, you get your protein in, and then you can add some fruit, so you get your sort of antioxidants and everything as well. If you need to lose lots of fat, then if you do, then you're not going to have any carbs for breakfast. Okay, this is you are going to have them in the shake, but you're not going to have them for breakfast. If you don't need to lose lots of body fat, then you can have some extra carbs by way of something like rye bread or oats. But again, see how your digestive system reacts. You don't want to be taking any kind of gluten if you don't react well to it. All right, so if you haven't just trained, then you don't need carbs. Okay, so we step away from carbs, and that means that your body's forced to start burning fat throughout the day. All right, so that's as simple as it is. Okay, so you don't need to be making this complicated. You just follow the plan, and you'll be sorted, nice and easy. Just tick it off, stick this on your fridge, and you can follow it. Okay, the evening works in pretty much the same way, same principles in terms of protein, vegetables, and fats. But I'll just bring that one up so you can see what's going on. So it looks pretty much the same. The only changes you're going to see is doubling up what you do. So let's say I'm cooking chicken, stir frying some broccoli and some asparagus. All you need to do is just cook double what you need. Let it cool down, stick it in a box, and that is your lunchbox ready for dinner tomorrow. So you don't need to be going to the shop. It's actually going to save you time. You don't need to be reacting and buying stuff you don't like. Or not that you don't like it, but it's stuff that you don't want to be eating because it's full of sugars and bad foods, but you just feel you have to because you haven't got time. Okay, and then same principles apply when it comes to the carbs and post-workout shakes. So if you're doing the evening camp, then you're going to have your post-workout shake, and if you're not really looking to lose body fat, you can probably get some carbs in for dinner as well. Alright, so like I keep saying, don't make this complicated. Just follow the plan. Each morning, just go along the flow diagram. Yep, done that, sorted. It's that simple. Okay, so you're just going to follow those morning and evening. Obviously, there's no lunchtime flow plan because if you do what it says in the evening, you've got your lunch sorted out. So you've got the sample meal plans here. Again, I'm always a bit wary of doing meal plans just because people then, if they haven't got access to the specific food that's on there, they panic and, oh, can't follow the plan, and then it all unravels. What I want you to understand is the food groups. So going back to the shopping list, so let's just pick one here. We've got turkey salad with olive oil and avocado. So we've got our protein from turkey, the salad's going to provide our vegetables, and then olive oil and avocados are healthy fats. Okay, really, really simple. So it's just following those lists. So you have got meal plans there, but just understand the food groups. Don't just go, oh, but I don't like eggs, therefore I can't follow the nutrition plan. That's just being silly. Choose what you like. So you might have maybe turkey for breakfast. A lot of people tend to like fish for breakfast. I've got quite into sort of raw salmon for breakfast. Choose what you like. Don't look at what you don't like and can't do. Look at what you can do. Okay, so those are the meal plans. Again, there's level 2 meal plans as well, which just includes intermittent fasting, so you can see how it fits in. It makes it even easier to follow the nutrition plan, because there's periods where you obviously don't have to prepare food. So what you'll find is that we've cleverly introduced the intermittent fasting, so you're not thinking you've got to go a whole calendar day as you know it without food. Instead, depending where your training is, what you're actually going to do is do half a day of fasting, then obviously you're in bed, and then a little bit more, and then you're having your dinner. So all you're really missing out on is a couple of meals, and that kind of accounts for your 24 hours. So my favourite way of doing it is to fast. So I'll have my evening meal, and the fast starts from then. So let's say you eat at 8 o'clock, you're fasting. Obviously by the time you get up from sleeping, you've done half of it already. Then you just need to miss out breakfast, miss out lunch, and then you're having dinner again. Okay, so there's no full calendar day where you're not eating. So mentally that makes it pretty simple. Okay, so pretty much there. I'm not going to go through this next booklet. This is why we do it. And the reason I've separated this is just because it gives you well, not all of the science, but it gives you some of the science and some of the background if you're not quite sure why we recommend not eating too much dairy, not eating gluten, why you should just eat carbs after exercise. If you want to know the background, then go ahead and read it. We'd like you to, because we like you to understand things. But if you just want to be told what to do, then you can just follow the bits above. Okay, essential supplementation. If you still live in a cave in the wilderness, you've got perfectly clean air, perfectly clean water, organic meat, organic vegetables, a really relaxed lifestyle, and lots of sunshine, then you don't need to take any supplements. But I'm guessing that's not you. So this explains all the supplements that we recommend, and there's not that many. There's 3 or 4 that are kind of base supplements, which we found always help people with when they're sort of sick, fat and tired. It helps you get over those. And then there's other ones that you might want to consider around sleep and performance training and things like that. But again, it's all in there for you to read about. And finally, you've got your critical lifestyle choices there, which just go into other areas of life where, if you think about it, you might have 3 hours with us where you can be absolutely perfect. You follow the training, you work your backside off in the sessions. That's great, but you've still got another 165 hours in your week in which you can screw things up. So in some respects, what you do outside is actually more important than just the exercise you're doing in here. But obviously it all comes together as a full package, so that you can be looking great, feeling great, having loads of energy, and kind of getting your happiness back, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. So that's really a quick introduction to what you're seeing there and how to use it. It's not difficult, just print it out, follow the diagrams. If you want greater understanding, then you can read the why we do it bit. And just all I'd say is don't make assumptions that, oh, it's a diet, I can't do it, I'm going to be restricting my calories, it's going to leave me low on energy. Believe me, following this stuff will shoot your energy levels through the roof. Okay, you may have 3 or 4 days at the start where you take a bit of a dip as your body starts detoxing, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. You may not experience it. It really depends kind of what physical state you're in at the moment. And even if you can only do 80% of it at first, that's still going to get you results. Not as good results as doing 100%, but you're going to get into the habit. You're going to feel how good you could feel going on sort of long term, and you can then just build it up, go up to sort of 90%, 95%. I mean, realistically, I never go over 95%, just because if you work the numbers, if you have one cheat meal a week, a sort of 1 in 21 meals, it's roughly 5% where you get a bit of a cheat. So if you can hit 95%, you are going to be stripping body fat and your energy levels are going to go through the roof. Okay, so the whole point of this forum is if you've got any questions, ask them. There are no stupid questions. We've heard it all before. There's simple answers to pretty much everything, and anything that we can't answer straight away, we will investigate if it's more of a medical problem. But again, we have seen a lot of them before. Okay, so that's it from me, and if you've got any questions, post them in the forum, and we'll get you going on this nutrition.